Testing? Testing? Okay, great. That works. Okay, so today is Friday, the 9th of May, 2025. Time is 12:52. Okay, I'm back. So, let's see. Should I play the normal one? More puzzles. Normal one? The monkeys are listening. Deep in the Caribbean, Monkey Island.
Captain's log. Guybrush Threepwood. Lost at sea for days now. I have no crew or navigational instruments. No provisions except a half-eaten corn dog, and unless I find water soon, I'm surely done for. Only the hope of finding my love, Elaine, keeps me going. My quest for the fabulous treasure called Big Whoop has left me in this sorry state. I thought it would bring me fame and glory. Instead, it delivered me into the clutches of my enemy, the zombie pirate LeChuck. I had thwarted his evil plot to marry Elaine, and he was after revenge. Really thirsty now. If only I could have a small drink of fresh water, I might have the strength to sail on. Oh, but I know there's nothing but ocean for miles and miles. If I could reach land, I might find water and some food. Fruit, maybe. Something to fight off the scurvy and help me get my strength back. Maybe some bananas. Oh, why do I torture myself like this? I might as well wish for some chicken and a big mug of grog for all the good it'll do me. Oh, my sweet Elaine. Am I cursed to starve here on this ocean without seeing your face just one more time? Am I...
many times do I have to tell you, LeChuck, I just don't feel that way about you.
Elaine?
By my congealed blood, you'll learn to love me. Sail with me, and I'll make you queen of the dead.
I can't. I'm washing my hair tonight.
Blast be your hair, woman! Can't you see that this salty old sea corpse pines for your every gentle caress?
You know, I don't think my father would approve of me dating the undead. And you're probably too nice a zombie pirate for me anyway. Let's just be friends instead. Let's face it, LeChuck. You're an evil, foul-smelling, vile, codependent villain, and that's just not what I'm looking for in a romantic relationship right now.
Darn your riddles, you saucy female! What do you mean? Ah! Oh!
You're a bloodthirsty monster who's already kidnapped me once, tortured my friends, and taken from me the only man I ever loved. Guybrush Threepwood.
Ah, how romantic. Ship ahoy!
Threepwood! Fish him out.
Guybrush?
Guybrush Threepwood. By my gangrenous gut, I don't know how you escaped my carnival of the damned. But you won't escape a taste of my blade! Ah! Ooh, the lass has spirity. Throw him in the hold. I'll finish him after the battle. Turn loose the longboats. And prepare the flaming voodoo cannonball.
I've got to get out of here and help Elaine. If I could only get through this one door, well, then I could easily overpower the armed guards above, slip over the side, and make for the shore.
Quit your mumbling, captive. Blast ye scurvy dogs! This'll make you rue the day. Avast, ye swabs! Prepare for your doom! You drink bilge water, and your mother's dress you funny! Take that! Let's see if you can take this! I'll reduce your fort to rubble!
Do anything?
I feel like I could take on the war.
Nice, cannonballs.
You in the fort, your doom be at hand. Somehow, I find all this violence decent.
Nice, cannonballs.
Okay, so I thought show controls. So time to go to Google then. First of monkey. second. Okay, so the first being mouse. What? Who wrote this thing? The first being mouse, the controls for the mouse are. Okay. Left click is to move Guybrush. Right click is action, and the other is using a keyboard. Okay, so left mouse button is to move. Right mouse button is action. Okay, and then F1 is game options. I'd like to turn the subtitles on if there's any. Okay, I or tab is to open or close inventory. Okay, so inventory. Right. C is to drag an item. Okay. T is to talk. U is to use or pick something up. It says use, pick up, etc. What's etc.? You need to cover everything here. Okay, so use or pick up. E is to look at. So that one's different than before. Before look was L. Okay, so E is to look. D is check to see which mode you're playing. Okay. D is check mode. Okay, and then escape is skip cutscene. Shift and W together is view credits. Okay, tab is fire cannon during ship combat. Okay, and left and right arrows is port and starboard during ship movement. Okay. Let's see if there's a different website that has controls. Just to make sure that I've got everything covered. Okay, basic controls to get you started. So this guy says, I remember playing Escape from Monkey Island on my PlayStation 2 back in the day. So I purchased this for nostalgia reasons. However, when I booted up the game, I had a hard time figuring out the controls, and it took me over 30 minutes to figure out what buttons did what. Most of this came from me being used to PNC adventure games, and now just playing an adventure game that had neither Xbox or Windows controller support nor mouse support. The fact that from my searching on the internet, there are no other guides on the subject, and from the fact that the controls did not feel initiative to me in the first place. So while I will not cover every single button in the game, here are the key ones to get you started. Okay, so important key bindings, arrow keys, is movement. This is the most self-explanatory and logical part of the control scheme. So I'm not going into detail, but I wanted to bring it up because the intro or tutorial level has you tied to a mast post, and you can only move left and right to start off. When I first played this game again, I was almost afraid that my game was broken because I was so limited in my movement, and it has been quite a while since I played this game, so I forgot about the nature of the tutorial. In the off chance you get scared of this too, don't worry, chances are your game is still fine. U is to interact. I think the U is short for use, which makes sense when you put it into perspective. But in literally every other game I have played, the interact function is usually represented by E or F. This is the first time I've encountered U as the interact button, and this is necessary for completing the intro. P is to, all right, so in the previous one it said P was in the previous one it said U was to use or use on pickup, but this one they're saying P is to pick up and put away. Okay, so P is to pick up. Or put away. Okay, again, in retrospect, this key binding does not make sense for the function it corresponds to, but this is not something I would have figured out initiatively. This function is necessary for the tutorial as there is an object you do have to pick up, but the game does not teach you about putting things into your inventory during the intro sequence. I is for inventory. This control also makes a lot of sense, but it is not used at all during the intro sequence, and the game does not talk about an inventory system at all. So keep this one in mind once you make it to Melee Island, as you will absolutely need to learn to manage items in your inventory as you progress through the game. Okay, here's one that the last one didn't cover. Page up and page down. Option cycling. Now this one right here is a pain in the rear end and is the reason it took me so long to complete the tutorial. I understand why the arrow keys could not be used to option cycling since they were already reserved for movement, but holy Hannah, it does not make sense to make such a crucial and necessary function like option cycling that be achieved through keys that are obscure and archaic as page up and page down. Yeah, those keys between your main set of keys and the number pad, normally located above your arrow keys, number 8 and number 2, which typically function as another set of arrow keys with separate bindings, so you can have two sets of directional inputs if you so desire. Make much more sense to me as the default cycling method, but I suppose some minds work differently than others. Make sure you remember these key bindings by heart, since they are necessary for the tutorial and are the only things keeping you from staring at a cannon and a ship grate for the rest of your life while your lovely wife is fighting off other pirates. Okay, so page up and page down. And that's for option cycling. Okay. So page up, page down. Okay. Okay, F1 is in-game menu. Who in the right mind decided that F1 of all the other keys on your keyboard was the best one to use for an in-game menu? Normally, games use either the escape key or even the backspace key to open up an in-game menu. Yeah, the the last two had escape for the menu, but no, escape from Monkey Island prefers to use F1. I feel so blessed that I happened to find this key by accident, because it is through this menu that I was able to learn the other controls and key bindings that I'm telling you about now. Thankfully, the menu can be fully navigated with the arrow keys, the enter key and escape key, so I won't fault it for being bad, but I'll be darned if it wasn't difficult to find. Alright, and then enter is confirm selection. Okay. I saved this one for roughly last because it is a very logical and initiative key binding to have for the function that it achieves, but I still want to put it in this guide because obviously it is a necessary function for the intro slash tutorial and the rest of the game. And then spacebar. Okay, spacebar is for pausing. I didn't find this key too useful for me, but I can't deny that it is a nice feature to have for some people. Okay, so spacebar is to pause. Got it. Right, so let's go back to the game then, and hopefully there's no more issues with the controls. Okay, so press F1. That's so weird. Yeah, might as well make a save. Save one. Okay. Okay. F5 is the save. No dialogue. Save or load dialogue. And then period key is skip line of text. Okay. escape is to skip cutscene. So what I'm doing is I'm just going over the button commands to make them stand out a bit. Because there's a lot of writing here. Then it'll be easier to read. There we go. So LMB is to, that's left mouse button is to move. Right mouse button is action. F1 is game options. I or tab is inventory. C is drag item. T is to talk. U is to use or pick up or etc. But that's from the previous one. E is the look. D is to check mode. Escape is skip cutscene. Shift and W at the same time is for credits. And tab is to fire the cannon during ship combat. Left or right is the left or right arrows is port or starboard during ship movement. P is to pick something up or put something away. Page up and page down is option cycling. Enter is confirm selection. And then next spacebar is to pause. F5 is to save or load dialog. And then the period key is to skip text. Okay, there we go. Right, so, and then control 0 to 9 is load save game. Alt 0 to 9 is save game. Okay, so I think I'll just use F1 to save. Right, and then the quit is you press Alt Control Z, but then I can also do that from pressing F1 too, so I don't need to write that down. Alt and Enter to toggle full screen, comma for music volume up or down. Text slower or faster, minus or plus. Enter to simulate left mouse button. Tab to simulate right mouse button. And then these keys to show hide console. Control D, start the debugger. Control S, show memory consumption. Control F, run in fast mode. Control G, run in really fast mode. Control M, toggle mouse capture. Control Alt 1 to 8, switch between graphics filters, Control plus minus, increase decrease scale factor, Control Alt A, toggle aspect ratio correction. Note that using Control F and Control G are not recommended since they may cause crashes. F1 save load options. E examine. Oh, yeah. E look at examine. T to talk to. I inventory. U use. Okay. Yeah, I see what that guy meant by it not covering page up and page down in the controls there. Okay, so just gonna turn the music off completely and put subtitles on. I want the speech volume on and the subtitles. Yeah, both. I'll just use the one save. Okay.
Stay away!
Guybrush Threepwood, who are you?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Who are you?
I'm the evil pirate Bloodnose, the wickedest fiend ever to sail under the banner of King Death. I'd as soon chew your nose off as look at you.
You sound pretty tough. Wearing a fake beard. Is that for real? Is that a real eye patch? Can I borrow your cannon for a second? It's well talking.
Are you wearing a fake beard?
Bloodnose the pirate would not have a fake beard.
Yes, it is. It's been glued to your ear hair.
Actually, it's a highly sophisticated beard weave, made from the chest and back hair of real pirates. I'm hoping it'll take root if I don't wash it for a while.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not a pirate. Wally! Don't you recognize me? It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Oh, gee. Hello, Mr. Wood.
The last time I saw you, we were prisoners in LeChuck's dungeon. Why would you sign on with a ship of the living dead?
Well, Mr. Brush, at first I had some misgivings about it. But thanks to LeChuck's seminars, motivational lectures, and audio books on Parrot, I've become a vicious corsair. You can too. Ask me how.
Tell me about these seminars.
Tell me about these seminars.
The seminars really brought things into focus. You don't know how empowering it is to be able to say to yourself, yes, I am a despicable, filthy, villainous pirate, deserving blame and censure, but that pirate is who I want to be. Everyone was really very supportive. We had this great feeling of synergy. Then LeChuck kicked down the door and said, "You lazy scum! Get back to work, or I'll beat you with your own legs!"
Tell me about these motivational lectures.
Tell me about these motivational lectures.
Well, they weren't lectures as such. It was what LeChuck described as flogging the inner child.
Tell me about these audiobooks.
Tell me about these audiobooks.
To become a pirate, the audio books on Parrot are the key. You get a set of 12 parrots, one a month. Return as many as you like. Keep them all and live. They teach you to talk just like a pirate. All the key phrases are in there. Blow the man down. Shiver me timbers. Who's a pretty bird? All the phrases a pirate needs to command respect on the high seas.
Do you have any literature I could look at?
Do you have any literature I could look at?
Here. This leaflet explains the basic philosophy I follow.
What's behind that door?
What's behind that door?
Ooh! That's the door to LeChuck's treasure hold. There's heaps and piles of gold and silver. He's brought all the loot he's ever stolen to give to Elaine. LeChuck is convinced that he can buy Elaine's love.
What are LeChuck's plans?
What are LeChuck's plans?
He's been working on a secret weapon, some incredibly powerful cannonball. He's going to use it to blow down the walls of the fort so his crew can overrun the island.
Free?
Set me free, Wally.
I can't, Mr. Brush. I'm the evil pirate Bloodnose now. And besides, even if you got up on deck, LeChuck would cut you to ribbons.
Failure as a pirate.
You're a failure as a pirate.
Shut your trap, you yellow-bellied blowfish. One more peep out of you, and I'll do you in.
Beep. Shrimpy. You haven't got the guts. You and what, Navy? Just go ahead and shoot.
Peep.
Yes, Gabra Swab. One more word, and I'll let you have it.
Word.
Word.
That's it. I'm gonna blast you. I'm gonna... Oh, I can't do it. I just can't. Oh. You're right, Mr. Wood. I'm just not a pirate. I'm not ferocious or bloodthirsty or hateful or anything. I'm not even unpleasant. Oh. Ah!
Oh, there.
Ramrod. So P is supposed to pick up. Ah, there we go. It's...
It's the restraining rope for the cannon. It's an old, short, frayed rope. I don't think I've ever seen a cuter pirate. Nice cannonballs. Well, looks pretty sturdy. Great. Hey, it's one of those new self-loading cannons I've heard so much about. Oops.
Oi! They're getting a little close there, pal! Watch where you're shooting! Hey, whose side are you on?
Hey, I'm getting pretty good at this. Ooh, gross. All the bones and stuff are floating towards the ship. I can't quite squeeze past this cannon.
Well, they've messed with the wrong skull this time.
It's the muzzle of the cannon. It's a horrible skull.
If I could just...
There's a skeletal arm floating in the water. It's a brightly lit porthole.
Ah, well, I guess I'll just have to look on the bright side of this. At least I've lost some weight.
It's another gun bay.
Boy, there's not much to do out here when you're just a bodiless head. Well, I could pass the time by whistling if I had lips.
Can I call you Bob?
Can I call you Bob?
You may call me Murray. I am a powerful demonic force. I am the harbinger of your doom, and the forces of darkness will applaud me as I stride through the gates of hell, carrying your head on a pike.
Stride?
All right, then roll. Roll through the gates of hell. Must you take the fun out of everything?
You look great with a melting candle on your forehead. You're about as fearsome as a doorstop. It's been swell talking to you.
You know, you'd look great with a melting candle on your forehead.
I get the feeling you're not taking me very seriously.
No, I am, really.
Really? Then let me hear you scream in terror.
Eek. Ah. Ooh. I'm too petrified to say anything.
Ah.
You villains always laugh so much. You're about as fearsome as...
Why do you villains always laugh so much?
I wasn't laughing about anything in particular. Somewhere there's a fish nibbling on my foot and it really tickles.
You're about as fearsome as a doorstop.
Is it a really evil-looking doorstop?
Never mind.
Is your mother's father bald too?
Was your mother's father bald too?
I'm not bald. I just have a really high widow's peak.
How can you see without eyeballs?
How can you see without eyeballs?
How can you walk around without a brain? Some things no one can answer.
At least now you never have to worry about what to wear.
Well, at least now you never have to worry about what to wear.
Well, I suppose that's true.
And accessorizing is really easy.
That's also true. And I look good in hats.
There you go. I'm going now.
Good. Now leave me alone. I have a lot of scheming and evil plotting to do. This is so unfair. Now everybody's going to storm the fort, and I'm going to be stuck here.
Oh well, poor chap.
Hey!
Oops.
They're very festive.
Helium balloons. Pirate
Piracy,
literature.
the LeChuck Way, Chapter 1. How to get more than 15 men on a dead man's chest. It's a ramrod with a plastic hook stuck on the end. It's a sharp cutlass. It's a skeleton arm. Ha-ha! Taste cold steel, feeble cannon restraint rope.
Now, with the demon flames of this voodoo cannonball, I'll blast my significant other into the significant other world. That'll show her how much I truly care. Neptune's navel, that was a close one.
Hey, I lost my cutlass when the ship capsized. I don't even want to know what LeChuck's plans were for that. I hate to think what that comb's been through. It's got a zombie ballerina. Marry me or die. Touching. It's LeChuck in all his glory. It's a bag of wooden nickels. Some treasure. Chocolate-covered barnacles? Marshmallow hooks? Sea urchins? Glass eyes? Ugh. It's stabbed through the heart. Cute and yet sinister. A beautiful high-capacity washer and dryer combination. Hey, it's the Songs for Undead Lovers collection. It's a bottle of sparkling formaldehyde. Good year, too. It's the biggest pile of treasure I've ever seen. I finally found my treasure. I'm a real pirate after all. Oh, look at all this. And it's mine. All mine. Gold. And jewels. I'm rich! And still, I would give it all up for the love of Elaine. I think I'll invest this in grog and tax-sheltered annuities. Hey, I can see the ocean floor. And there's a really angry-looking skull floating around out there. No, if only I could find a way to get up there and get out. Because the ship is capsized, this ladder goes to nowhere. Hey, there's a big diamond ring behind this bag. It's a bag of wooden nickels. It's a diamond ring.
Guybrush? Guybrush! I thought I'd lost you forever. Is it really you?
Yes, Elaine. Did you really mean what you said out there? That I was the only man you ever loved?
Well, yes, Guybrush, I guess I did.
Elaine, I'm a man of action. A swashbuckler, a rogue, a wanderer, a man who can hold his breath for 10 minutes. I have no ties and no regrets. I sail with the wind and go where adventure takes me. But somehow, something always leads
Guybrush,
me.
stop babbling.
Elaine, will you marry me?
Oh, Guybrush.
Oh, Wally? You're alive! But how did you survive the explosion?
I was thrown clear. I'm just lucky I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. Wow, Elaine, that's some ring.
Thank you, Wally. It's an engagement ring from Guybrush.
Hey, that looks just like the big diamond ring LeChuck had in his treasure hold. You know, the one with that ghastly, disfiguring voodoo curse on it. Well, I'm sure Guybrush wouldn't have given you that ring. Anyway, I gotta be going. I hear there's a tattoo removal place on this island that's Freckles safe. See you at the wedding.
Guybrush!
Part 2. The curse gets worse.
Oh no! Elaine? Oh, she's not gonna be happy about this.
Okay, so we're on to a new part. So I might as well save. Right.
It's Elaine. I've got to change her back somehow. The Long John Silver Center for the Performing Arts presents Spear. It says, "Welcome to Puerto Pollo from the Plunder Island Poultry Brotherhood." It's a glowing ember left over from the battle. The bridge is uncrossable. It's just as well. There's nothing interesting in the fort anyway. Hmm. It's an informative plaque put up by the Plunder Island Naturalist Society. Plunder Island feral chicken. One of Plunder Island's most common fauna and the animal for which our capital of Puerto Pollo is named. Ouch! It's a glowing ember left over from the battle.
Okay.
Mysterious.
Okay. So we got fort. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 spots.
Hmm. Ooh, looks like it was thrown here by a typhoon.
Boo!
Ah! Oh, it's just you again.
Just your most terrifying image of evil revisited.
Yeah, right.
I bring you warning from the infernal realms. Do not go farther into the swamp. Turn back. Turn back. Darkness will envelop you.
How'd you get all the way up there?
How'd you get all the way up there?
Through sheer force of will.
Uh-huh.
All right, there was a bunch of those weird voodoo kids. They found me on shore and put me on top of this spike all the time thinking it was so funny.
Do you need me to help you down?
Do you need me to help you down?
Help! I need no help from you foolish mortals. I am Murray, the all-powerful demonic skull.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate the offer.
Do you know anything about lifting curses?
Do you know anything about lifting curses?
Oh, right, I know a lot about lifting curses. That's why I'm a disembodied talking skull, sitting on top of a spike in the middle of a swamp.
You seem bitter.
I'm sorry, it's been a rough day.
I'll just stay in chat, but I gotta go.
I'd love to stay in chat, but I gotta go. It's a big stuffed alligator with an unusually long tongue. Admiral Sweetums Bit O Jerky Bubblegum. 5 cents. How cute. A paper voodoo doll. It's a voodoo pin. This bag of nickels feels light. Wow, I got a whole pack of gum. Bit-O jerky bubblegum.
Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got more coffee.
Admiral Sweetum's Bit-O jerky bubblegum. 5 cents.
What a relief.
It's a big stuffed alligator with an unusually long tongue. It's the alligator's tongue, and it's still moist.
Who are you and how did you just appear like that?
Who are you, and how did you just appear like that?
I am one gifted with a second sight, adept at manipulating the forces of nature for the benefit of all who enter my door.
You're a fashion consultant.
Well, yes, but that's not what I was referring to. I am a voodoo priestess.
Neat.
You're an autumn, by the way.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
Don't I know you from somewhere?
We have known each other for a very long time, Guybrush Threepwood. You've been through much, so it is understandable that you have forgotten me. We met on Melee Island when you were first trying to become a pirate.
Hang on a second. Are we gonna do one of those flashback things? They always make me nauseous.
No, I'll make this quick. I twice helped you defeat the evil pirate LeChuck. First by preparing the voodoo antidote,
I'm starting to remember.
and then again by helping you prepare a voodoo doll of his zombie form.
That's right.
You've helped so much and I still don't know your name. Boy, have I got some stories to tell you. Nice place, I love what you've done with it.
You've helped so much and I still don't know your name.
I am known by many names on many different islands. But names have little importance. You should know this more than anyone, Guybrush Threepwood.
Yes, you're right. Hey, are you making fun of me?
I wouldn't dream of it.
Boy, have I got some stories to tell you.
Boy, have I got some stories to tell you.
Stories? Yes, well, I'm sensing a great disturbance. I have to go.
But I've got to tell you about LeChuck and Elaine.
I'm going to disappear now in a big flash of light. Cover your eyes.
No, wait. It started back on Dinky Island. Now, I knew LeChuck was close.
I'll be disappearing here any moment.
Okay, no stories. Nice place. I love what you've done with it.
Thank you. You'll have to excuse the mess. The kids came over to play with their paper voodoo dolls. They're adorable children. Would you like to see some pictures?
No, no, please, no. For the love of all that is good and holy, no. I can't think of anything I would hate more.
Perhaps later.
Yes, there's no time for that now. I sense that something terrible has happened.
Hey, you're good. Something terrible has happened. I finally proposed to Elaine.
Congratulations. That doesn't sound so
And when I placed the engagement ring on her hand, she was placed under a horrible pirate curse and trapped for eternity as a solid gold statue.
Oh, that explains it. I was struck with a wave of overwhelming hatred and anger.
Yeah, that LeChuck was a pretty mean guy.
I was talking about Elaine.
No, there's no time to worry about that now. We have to hurry.
Do not panic, Guybrush. She will be safe until we can break the curse. You only have to worry about her being stolen. Where did you hide her?
Hide her? I can't tell you, it's too secret. I just remembered something, I've gotta go. Oh shit.
Hide her?
You didn't hide her? She's a solid gold statue on an island full of pirates. What were you thinking? Go, Guybrush, hurry, before you're too late.
Elaine! I've got to get her back. This is so embarrassing. Looks like I'm gonna need some more help. Someone's stolen Elaine.
That is unfortunate. It will be difficult to get her back.
Do you know who kidnapped her?
Not for certain, but I suspect that it's the mangy pirates anchored in Danger Cove.
Can you give me something to lift the curse?
No, LeChuck's curse is a very powerful one. Fueled by his anger and his intense frustration in dealing with the opposite sex. I have nothing here to lift so powerful a curse, but there is one way.
Great, tell me.
You have to replace the cursed ring with a pure one of greater or equal value. A good guideline is 2 months' salary.
Where am I going to find a huge uncursed diamond ring? I had no idea this cursed stuff was so complicated. Isn't there a more budget-conscious way to lift this curse? This sounds hopeless. Let's talk about something else.
Where am I gonna find a huge uncursed diamond ring?
Legends speak of a whopping big diamond ring on Blood Island.
Blood Island? I've never heard of it.
You will soon become quite familiar with it. But you must be careful, Guybrush. I have foreseen that your journey will be filled with peril and deception. I have also seen that Blood Island will be the place where you will die.
So any huge uncursed rings on any other islands? Die? Did you say die? As in me? Dead? And you're saying this is a place I should go? That sounds like a really bad idea. I want no part of it.
Uh-huh. So, any huge uncursed rings on any other islands?
No, the value of the ring on Blood Island comes from its emotional significance. It represents a pure, true love, a power greater than any other.
Oh, that's sweet. I think I have something in my eye.
Do not mock the voodoo priestess.
How do I get to Blood Island?
How do I get to Blood Island?
You will need 3 things. A map to Blood Island, for the journey is a long and dangerous one. A seaworthy ship to take you there. And an experienced crew.
Map, ship, and crew. Got it.
How will I find the ring on Blood Island?
Well, how will I find the ring on Blood Island?
All I can say is that I see a long and painful history connected with that ring. And I feel a great sadness associated with it. You will learn more once you have actually found the island.
Blood Island sounds dangerous. You have to come with me. Okay, Blood Island, here I come.
Blood Island, here I come.
Who did you say kidnapped Elaine?
Who did you say kidnapped Elaine?
I suspect it was the work of the pirates anchored in Danger Cove.
Who are these pirates?
Who are these pirates?
No one knows. But people speak of strange, almost inhuman screams coming from their ship late into the night.
Creepy.
And their captain is a cruel, savage beast, the fiercest pirate ever to sail the Caribbean.
Where's Danger Cove?
Where's Danger Cove?
It is on the west side of the island. The way is extremely treacherous. Few men have seen Danger Cove and lived.
Figures.
This is going to be complicated, isn't it?
This is gonna be complicated, isn't it?
You have no idea.
What's that?
Oh, I said good luck.
Well, they're gonna regret messing with my girlfriend. Danger Cove, huh? You might want to stay indoors. This could get messy.
What island is this anyway?
What island is this, anyway?
You have landed on Plunder Island.
Plunder Island. Sounds appropriately piratey.
Naturally. It's a sort of retirement community for ex-pirates and their spouses.
Sounds exciting.
Lately, there has been all too much excitement on the island. All centering around Governor Marley, LeChuck, and a giant chicken.
Elaine is governor of this island too?
Elaine is governor of this island, too?
Actually, Elaine is the governor of the entire Tri-Island area, comprised of Melee, Booty, and Plunder Islands. She moved to her fort here on Plunder after the kitchen and landscaping staff quit her Booty Island mansion.
How did you end up on Plunder Island?
Well, how did you end up on Plunder Island?
I realized that my location in the swamp on Scab Island wasn't ideally situated.
So you moved to a swamp on a different island?
I just said I could see the future. I never claimed to be an expert in real estate.
What about that giant chicken business?
What about this giant chicken business?
Ah yes, Skybrush. You have landed on an island gripped by the cold, clammy hand of fear.
Don't you think you're being a bit overdramatic?
This was a peaceful island until the great beast landed on our shores. Some say it was sent to make the islanders pay for their cruelty. Others claim it was simply blind fate. Whatever the impetus, it came.
What came? A giant chicken? The infamous bear pig of Plunder Island? Is this going to be scary? What came?
What came?
It was El Pollo Diablo, the giant demon chicken. Tall as a man, and twice as powerful, his massive drumsticks propel him through the dark jungle with ease. No one has seen the beast, but on the eve of the full moon, his blood-curdling squawk can be heard from every corner of this wretched island. In the dark of night, he roosts patiently, watching, waiting for the one day.
No, wait. Don't tell me. Let me guess.
He's hatching a diabolical scheme. He's establishing a new pecking order. He's going to buck the system. He's crossing the road to freedom.
He's crossing the road to freedom!
He roams the island, exacting terrible vengeance on those who would capture and eat his smaller brethren.
Oh, give me a break.
There were once others like you, skeptical to the true nature of the beast. But they're all dead now, pecked into a bloody pulp by his savage beak. But I'm sure you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, right, whatever. Thanks, I've heard all I needed to know.
Finally defeated LeChuck and his skeleton pirates.
I finally defeated LeChuck and his skeleton pirates.
True evil can never be destroyed completely.
But I heard him blow up and everything.
You'd be surprised at how much abuse an evil undead zombie pirate can take.
How can I finally destroy him for good? I finally found Big Whoop and was enormously disappointed. What makes you think LeChuck will be back? I'm sick of talking about that jerk LeChuck.
I finally found Big Whoop and was enormously disappointed.
Big Whoop is pure evil. You were lucky to escape alive.
I can't remember much about it. Just that I was expecting so much more and felt so let down.
Yes, it is the source of much of LeChuck's power.
I'm never going back there again.
I have foreseen otherwise. You will return to Big Whoop and confront LeChuck once again.
How can I finally destroy him for good?
Well, how can I finally destroy him for good?
No one knows. His power seems to grow with every incarnation. You may have dealt with him for now, but this respite can only be temporary at best.
What makes you think LeChuck will be back?
What makes you think LeChuck will be back?
Some men can search their entire lives and never discover their reason for being. LeChuck has found his, to perpetually rise from the dead and torment you and Elaine. It's what he does best.
Gee, when you put it that way, it's kinda hard to stay mad at him.
I want to know what voodoo spell you're working on.
I want to know what voodoo spell you're working on.
Voodoo spell? Oh, this. This is just a fondue I'm making for tonight. Would you like to try it?
Does it have any skink toes in it?
A few.
I'll pass.
I want to know more about safe hair replacement systems.
I want to know more about safe hair replacement systems.
I can imagine. Didn't you have a beard the last time I saw you?
I sure did, a really cool one. I wonder what happened to it.
I want to know more about a dad I can live with.
I want to know more about a diet I can live with.
I'll share with you knowledge passed from mother to daughter in my family for generations.
What's that?
Low fat, high fiber. It works.
Okay, that's enough.
Thanks for your help. Gotta go.
Okay, so F1, not escape, and save. Yep. His clothes seem a bit similar to Han Solo's. Wonder if that's a Star Wars reference there. Okay, so that's the swamp, that's the fort. Let's check out this place.
It's a mug for the lemonade. How inspiring. A budding young entrepreneur. 5 cents. Lemonade. The Surgeon General of Plunder Island has determined that ingredients in this product may be harmful or fatal if swallowed. It's a great big vat full of red dye. Number 2. Danger Cove. Danger, do not enter. Plunder Island Naturalist Society Nature Trail. It's a chicken coop, but I don't see any chickens. Beware. What a strange flower. Wow. This jungle is thick. I'll need something sharp if I'm gonna hack my way through there. Ipecac, Cephalus ipecacuana, one of the creeping vines common throughout Plunder Island. The syrup made from the ipecac flowers was used by the early settlers of Plunder Island as a purgative. Blondebeard's Chicken Shop. It's the two-way speaker for the walkthrough. Feeling down because your chicks turned to gold? Come to the swamp, get your fortune told. Voodoo and things. Formerly just voodoo. Visit our new location on Plunder Island. It's as thick as gravy. It's part of the complex drainage system for Blondebeard's Chicken Shop. It's an old crow's nest, converted into a sign for the chicken shop. In memory of the chickens who gave their lives during the Great Puerto Pollo Potluck Jamboree of 1621. The front door is closed. The Barbary Coast. I wonder if there's a part in this play for a dashing rogue pirate. It's a glove. It's an old travel trunk. It's covered with stickers from many faraway places. There's some fake spears. Just some fake swords. It's very mod. It's empty. Or is it? It's a magic wand. I wonder if there's a part in this play for a dashing rogue pirate. That's weird. I didn't think dandruff moved. Oh! It's a lice-infested pirate coat. It's a donkey mask. It's a fake sword. Watch me make this disappear. I don't want to poke myself with a pin. It's a magic wand. It's a voodoo pin. The magic powers need to be focused on something else. Nothing up my sleeve? Presto! Hey, it worked. There's something inside. The C's of ventriloquism. The C's of ventriloquism. It's a glove. It's a glove. They're, wiggling.
To swab or not to swab? No, that's not right. Come on, Slappy, you've got to get this right. The show opens today.
It's an actor.
Thespian. Then I kill Caesar, follow that up with a little soft shoe.
Prop tree. Fake trees of this genus were often used by early settlers for theatrical productions.
I don't remember. Is the
We had better looking trees in my 5th grade school play.
a pirate by any other name would still reek?
It's Yorick's headstone from Hamlet.
Next, I burn Thebes, subdue its army, trample its citizenry.
I guess they changed the end of Romeo and Juliet.
And then I smash.
It's Juliet's balcony. That is just disturbing.
What fools these men with morals be. Oh, I'm never going to get ready for this performance.
Ahoy.
Ahoy!
I'm a dangerous pirate. Who are you?
I'm a dangerous pirate. Who are you?
Cromwell. Slappy Cromwell. It's not my real name, actually. My agent told me my given name just didn't have star quality.
What was your given name?
Rex Fortune, adventure seeker.
I see.
What's that putrid stench-ridden drivel that you're rehearsing?
What's that putrid, stench-ridden drivel that you're rehearsing?
But this is the master work of the bard. Do you really think it's that bad?
it's that bad.
Oh, it's that bad.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have altered the material. How could I have taken up my wretched pen and stabbed it bodkin-like through the unsullied poetry of the master?
You rewrote Shakespeare?
I was compelled to. Not a single person was coming to any of my performances. Oh, these stupid, brutish pirates, not men enough to confront their own sensitive inner natures. So I rewrote the whole folio, contracted the brilliance of decades into a 45-minute review. Spear! A theatrical medley.
Why can't you go back to the original scripts?
Why can't you go back to the original scripts?
Oh, the sweet, sweet, bitter irony of it all. Now that you have confirmed that I have produced a work of unredeemable trash, I'm more or less guaranteed to have a financial success on my hands.
Why do I find that strangely encouraging?
Can I watch you rehearse your horrible play?
Can I watch you rehearse your horrible play?
I'd rather you didn't. I get nervous when people watch.
Of course.
Can I join your show?
Can I join your show?
Let me be blunt. You just don't have the hands of a spear carrier.
You have no idea how often I hear that.
Please, can I join your show?
Please, can I join your show? I was a tree in my kindergarten play.
We already have a tree.
Oh.
Have you been to Blood Island?
Have you been to Blood Island?
But of course. Blood Island was once the place to be if you were an artist in the Caribbean. Those were the days. We were young and wild, pushing the limits of our craft. Oh, what risky, daring performances we gave. We weren't afraid to shock or offend the stodgy, mainstream sensibilities of our audiences.
Oh, what did you perform?
Dinner theater, mostly.
Could you tell me how I can find Blood Island?
My agent, Palido Domingo, always handled the travel arrangements. He would know how to get there.
Any idea where I could find him?
He's a member of the Brimstone Beach Club here on Plunder Island. You might catch him there.
Carry on.
Oh, yeah. That whole lend me your ears bit.
So how'd you get roped into doing this show?
I'm a spokesmodel, actually. But what I really want to do is act. People just don't take you seriously when you're a spokesmodel.
How surprising.
Yeah, isn't it?
Break a peg leg.
Thanks.
I sure hope I can get someone to actually do it. Act 4, Scene 8.
It smells like something's burning. Must be this shoddy 17th century electrical wiring. Wait a second. Somebody's been monkeying around with these controls. I'll need to read the instructions before they'll work.
And then I do some prop comedy. I'll teach these pirates what real culture is. You blocks, you stones, you very old meat, you worse than unlaundered things.
I'll need to read the instructions before they'll work.
There are more things growing on the food in your...
Welcome, patron, to the Barbary Coast, where every haircut is an adventure.
Aye. And if you're wanting a haircut, you'll have to wait until I'm finished with Captain Rottingham here.
Are you guys pirate barbers?
We prefer the term buccaneer hairstylists.
Great! Maybe you guys can help me find this huge diamond ring I'm looking for.
Diamond ring?
Yeah, it's supposedly enormous, and it's on Blood Island.
Blood Island? Never heard of it.
It's a funny story, really. I need it to lift this curse that's turned my girlfriend into a solid gold statue.
Solid gold?
Wait a second, did I just share too much? It's only got a little bit of spit and hair on it. It's a bunch of combs floating in that blue stuff. It's a salty pirate. There's a plaque on this portrait. It says, "In loving memory, Crackers, 1684 to 1685. It's a dapper pirate. Captain Richard Squawkins. There never was a more despicable knave, but we gave him an impeccable body wave. Captain Charles Vane. The captain stood 7 feet high in his boots, but you'd never have guessed that we dyed his roots. Another satisfied customer. Jack Rackham. Always a dapper crook. Jack wore the layered look. Captain Steed Grommet. He fought and he struggled. He kicked and he brawled. But when he left our shop, we made sure he was bald. Thomas Lude. Here was a dangerous man when accosted, but he looked pretty good when his hair had been frosted. Edward Screech. When it came to rum, Edward Screech never skimped. He drank a whole bottle while he had his hair crimped. Rachel Squall. This lady we're certain was no debutante. She killed 20 men while she wore this bouffant. He looks like a true professional. Coiffures for the Discerning Pirate. Spring edition. He seems irritable. It's a comb, probably made from the jawbone of some near-extinct sea mammal.
Holy infestation! You've been struck with the hair demons!
What are you talking about?
The cursed head vermin, the scourge of every hygienic sailor on the 7 seas!
That's a lie!
Sure as I'm standing here, they're wriggling about your scalp like a pack of wretched sea lions.
Good analogy.
This calls for drastic action. I'm bringing in old Ironsides.
No, let's not be too rash.
Rash? That's a bad sign.
There's no time to lose. I'm going to have to amputate.
No, you'll ruin my hair!
It's only got a little bit of spit and hair on it. It's an adjustable barber's chair. I sure could use a haircut.
Have a seat, laddie, and I'll do you up with a fine coif. Ugh, blast that ineffectual paperweight. I'll have to go find another.
But what about my haircut?
Keep your skirt on, lad. Phew. Well, I searched the whole island, and I couldn't find a single rock for a paperweight. I suppose I'll just have to eyeball your haircut.
I just remembered I have another appointment.
Oh, I was going to give you a French braid, too.
Wow, I bet those could cut through anything. It's a rock, and it's a paperweight. It's an ipecac flower. I wonder what this sign means. Snake crossing. What possible harm could a snake? Well, this isn't good. It's a big, steaming cup of joe. 2 eggs over easy. Thick, fatty sausage patties. It's a stack of big, fluffy pancakes. Maple. It's the remains of a member of the Plunder Island Naturalist Society. Those guys sure are dedicated. It's got a tread that just grips the road and won't let go. It's a reservation slip for Blondebeard's chicken. He's wearing a little shirt that says, "I whooped it up at Big Whoop." I hate to think what would happen if these fell into the wrong hands. It's volume C and it's mostly digested. I can only make out page 243. A compass is a magnetized bit of metal floating in a solution. What a completely random piece of trivia. The Plunder Island Yellow Pages. It's a complete array of vacuum cleaner attachments. It's a priceless, delicate Fabergé egg. It makes syrup of ipecac. That seems logical. I feel queasy enough just being inside this snake. Whew! That sure was a close one. I thought for sure when I got eaten by that snake that I was done for. Thank goodness I'm safe. No? Hey! Hang on, the quicksand is sucking all the cool stuff I found in that snake from my pants. Now there's an odd sensation. Quicksand pit. Quicksand pits of this type are common throughout Plunder Island's nature trails. Many an unwary traveler has found himself trapped and unable to escape. Uh-oh, anyone, please help me, I'm sinking? Papa Pichu bush. Discovered by Plunder Island's indigenous peoples, this bush is named after a native word meaning youch. Ah, Papa Pichu. Well, I got the thorn. I hope that was worth it. Neat. A world-class pea shooter. If I pop it now, I'll never get out of this pit. If I pop it now, I'll never get out of this pit. I can't move. It's fun, but I need to use it with something else. I don't think so. I don't think so. I can't move anywhere in this quicksand. I can't move anywhere in this quicksand. I better not put it away just yet. I think I'm onto something here. It's fun, but I need to use it with something else. I can't use a balloon with that. 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 I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think she'd like that. I can't use a balloon with that. I can't reach it. I can't move anywhere in this quicksand. I can't reach it. Shooting the vine won't do any good. Even if I could hit the branch with that, it wouldn't do any good. I don't want to shoot that. If I pop it now, I'll never get out of this pit. If I pop it now, I'll never get out of this pit. I don't think she'd like that. My aim is always off when I'm under stress. Even with the skeleton arm, I can't reach it. I can't move anywhere in this quicksand. This gum feels warm. This gum feels warm. That doesn't need gum. This jawbreaker feels really hard. This jawbreaker feels really hard. That doesn't need a jawbreaker. If I pop it now, I'll never get out of this pit. It's fun, but I need to use it with something else. I better not put it away just yet. I think I'm onto something here. It's just floating there. If I pop it now, I'll never get out of this pit. I can't use a balloon with that. 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 I don't think so. I don't want to shoot that. 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 Even if I could hit the branch with that, it wouldn't do any good. Shooting the vine won't do any good. Shooting the vine won't do any good. If I pop it now, I'll never get out of this pit. I can't move anywhere in this quicksand. It's just floating there. Of all the places for a quicksand pit, Papa Pea Shoe Bush. Discovered by Plunder Island's indigenous peoples, this bush is named after a native word meaning youch. Quicksand pit. Quicksand pits of this type are common throughout Plunder Island's nature trails. Many an unwary traveler has found himself trapped and unable to escape. Uh-oh, anyone, please help me, I'm sinking? It's a branch resting precariously on that tree root. If I could just reach that vine, I could pull myself free. I can't reach it. I better not put it away just yet. I think I'm onto something here. It's just floating there. I don't want to shoot that. I don't want to shoot that.
Okay, I'm back. Say, hey, I really enjoyed your stream. You got great potential. I'd love to connect and share some ideas to help you grow your channel even more. Oh, right. Those graphic designer people. Okay, so family came in there, so. Oh, right. The game was, is the game muted the whole time there? Oh, not. Okay, so. Oh, yeah, we're stuck in the quicksand. Let's see, Google, quicksand. What is he bothering about? Right. Okay. Snake and quicksand. Get the numerous items found in the snake. Yep. Use pancake syrup with the flour. Create syrup of ipecac. Use this with the snake head to land down in the quicksand below. Get the hollow reed from the reeds at the right of the quicksand. And get a thorn from the thorny plant. Use the thorn with the reed to create the pea shooter. Yep. And then in inventory, use helium balloons on the paperweight. Yep. Then blow the floating balloon so that it floats over towards the chicken. So to blow the floating balloon. So it floats away. Then use the pea shooter on the balloon. Okay. Right. So
I can't move anywhere in this quicksand.
to make that balloon go over that way.
I better not put it away just yet. I think I'm onto something here. I better not put it away.
Blow the balloon. So to blow the balloon over that way towards the chicken. The chicken's disappeared.
I can't move anywhere in this quicksand. I don't think so. I can't move anywhere in this quicksand. I can't move anywhere in this quicksand. I better not put it away just yet. I think I'm onto something here. It's just floating there.
Pressing all the buttons here.
It's just floating there.
So to make that go over this way towards the chicken, there was a chicken sitting there, but it's like gone. uh, is this supposed to happen? Okay, so I think there's like a bug or something here. So, yeah, sure. Let's just move on to the next game then. Yeah, controls are all over the place in this one. Yeah, so the controls didn't really so it didn't say what the controls are, so I had to look them up, and then it's a good thing I did look them up, because in the once I hit F1 and showed some of the controls, there were controls that were like missing there. See, this is one of the bad things about games back then was if games made by movie companies usually weren't that great to begin with, because usually movie companies don't want to or yeah, usually movie or TV companies don't want to spend that much on games. They'd rather spend their money on actual movies and TV shows. And I think back then they kind of had this attitude that all games are meant for kids. So this is they probably didn't get as much money for making games, and that's why a lot of games, uh, by Disney or Lucasfilm or whatever back then were mostly bad. There's it. I think there's like there were like all sorts of merchandise type games like M&Ms and all that. There was a game called M&M's Blast. That was okay. That was more like a party game, which is kind of like Mario Party in a way. Okay, so it sucks that I couldn't get past that part, because of I was supposed to like blow that balloon over towards the chicken, but then I couldn't figure out how to blow the balloon over. Plus, the chicken had kind of disappeared anyway, so yeah. Oh well. So after the credits there, it goes back to the main menu. I'll just move on to the next game, which is let's see, the next one is Escape from Monkey Island. Then it's Tales of Monkey Island, and then finally Return to Monkey Island. Hopefully, there's no issues with the next 3 games. Okay, maybe I should just skip it here. Special thanks to George Lucas. Was he even involved? The end. Okay, so and it's automatically closed already. Okay, so I'll stop the stream now, and next time I stream I'll be playing Escape from Monkey Island.